sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy another awesome video by Capt Frank Lanier. Please subscribe, like, and share with all your friends and all the people you hate too. Hi, I'm Capt Frank Lanier, a retired Coast Guard officer and SAMS Accredited Marine Surveyor with over 40 years of experience in the maritime and diving industry. I've amassed literally thousands of photos of all the bad things I've found on boats during my career as a Marine Surveyor. So what we're going to do today is take a look at some of my favorites. We're going to take a look at each picture. We're going to discuss why they're evil, and we're going to discuss what you need to do to correct it. So hop in, buckle up, keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times as we take a carnival-like ride tour through the cavalcade of owner-induced perversions that I like to call Captain Frank's Sea Chest of Horror. Sea Chest of Horror. So here's a good example of how a down and dirty quick fix can result in a significant safety hazard. The support arm for the hatch on this mid-sized sailboat failed and was removed by the owner. Rather than simply replacing it and high-fiving himself afterwards for a job well done, the owner decided to fashion a notched stick to prop the hatch open when needed. The similarity between it and one of those wabbit traps used by Elmer Fudd apparently was lost on him. The problem, of course, is that when, accidentally bumped by some unwary victim, the hatch is going to slam down on fingers, hands, and noggins with equal enthusiasm and smashing result. And I'm here to tell you that hatch was heavy too, and it can do some damage when it comes down on your body parts. So when something like this fails, take the time to do a proper repair rather than, the shortcut that endangers you and your crew. Double hose clamps should only be installed where there's sufficient length of hose barb available and hose end overlap to allow it. No clamp should be installed closer than 1/4 inch to the end of the hose and must fully engage the barb or fitting. A clamp that extends over the hose barb, as shown here, will either cut into the hose or force the hose to be cut internally by the fitting. If you've got a situation where double hose clamps, you want to install them or they're required, and you've got a hose barb like this where you only have room for one hose barb really, you got two choices, right? One, you can either replace the existing fitting with one that has a longer hose barb to facilitate installation of double clamps, or you can install a single, more robustly constructed hose clamp of the appropriate size. Other hose clamp installation considerations, hose clamps should be separated, double hose clamps should be separated by at least 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch if possible, with the tightening screws located on opposite sides of the hose. And for optimal performance, hose clamps should also be tightened to the manufacturer's recommended installation torque. So here we have another good example of just because it came that way from the factory, it doesn't mean it's okay. The anchor light on this older powerboat is mounted atop a jauntily raked mast. The problem with this installation is that the mast is angled so far aft that it tilts the anchor light fixture aft as well, preventing the light from being seen when viewed from a position forward of the vessel. The anchor light, of course, must be visible for 360 degrees. The takeaway here is that, when you're inspecting something on board, a system, a piece of equipment or gear or whatever, do so with open eyes rather than the assumption that, everything's okay just because it came that way.
Sorry ass DJ.
So let's say, for the sake of argument and for this video, that you haul your boat and you looking at the shaft and you notice a shiny area aft of the intermediate cutlass bearing that's shown here. And the green stuff, just for background info, is prop speed, that the owner has applied to the shaft and the prop to try to, reduce barnacle growth and stuff. So anyway, you notice this shiny, clean area behind the intermediate cutlass bearing, and you're wondering, what is this? Why is it like that? Well, I'm going to tell you. The cause of this clean, shiny area is due to worn engine mounts. When you're going forward, the shaft slides forward and it goes into the cutlass bearing, and that's what's cleaning that stuff off that prop speed. And when you put it in reverse, of course, it goes the opposite way, pulls it back towards the stern, and it kind of sets in this position where you see right here. So in this particular case, the cause for this was, again, worn engine mounts that needed to be replaced. They are worn and they allow the shaft to go, excessive movement in the shaft. If you did a sea trial on this boat, which I did, by the way, and you do what's called a back down test, you'll notice that there's excessive fore and aft movement of the engine, and that's due to worn engine mounts that are in need of replacement. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the thanks button below this video. All tips received, not spent on coffee, will be used to improve my YouTube channel and create even more awesome videos.